not late. I'm not late. I'm not late. I'm not. Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan. Kingsley Coman, apparently Real Madrid are interested in him. So is every single club in the world. I don't know. Well, we've talked about Coman a lot in this channel. Should we sell him? Yes, sell the guy. I've said it. Yes, he's a sell. Sell him now. Let him go. Let him go get injured elsewhere. He's a hospital patient. That's accepted. You know, all that. But it looks like Bayern are not willing to let him go. Even with Leroy Sané, we're not willing to sell him. I don't know, man. Coman has been such a weird player to me because you think, oh, yeah, he's finally going to stay fit. He's finally going to just remain fit for a few... And then he gets injured. Like, he's so odd. He's like touching an electrical outlet on your wall. You keep touching it, and then, it just shocks you. But it won't shock you all the time. It won't leave the best club on earth. Well, it won't be him leaving. It will be us selling him. So it's not like he has a choice if we wanted to let him go. If we wanted to let Coman go, he'd have to go. So, yeah. By the way, we have hit 500 subscribers. The giveaway video is coming out today. So look out for that. Like I said, it's coming out after this. So 2 hours after, and then tomorrow on the live, that's when we do everything. But did you see how Dortmund... I mean, look, this guy would run, right? Coman would run. Maybe take... He does this all the time. He'll maybe take on a few players, and then he'll freaking shoot. He doesn't even cross. He shoots to you. He shoots to Lewandowski. No wonder Lewandowski smacked him up in training, because he does that a lot. Adama Traore instead of... I'd take him. We just have a powerhouse. Hope Sané joins in Coman is backup. I mean, I think with Sané and Gnabry staying fit, we know Serge won't stay fit, but if you have Coman there as well, I think you have to... That will force Coman to get better. It will force him to improve his fitness. I don't know, but there's a lot of mental issues with these players that get a lot of injuries, especially the French players. I feel like it's mental. These players all grew up in a very different environment to maybe Joshua Kimmich or a Manuel Neuer or Thomas Müller. They didn't grow up in that type of environment where I'm not saying, yeah, they had their perfect lives, but Coman's parents are not from France. They probably had 2 jobs just to keep up with bills and everything. So he never had that support thing where it was like, yeah, football is your thing, 100%. He just had the talent. You'd go to the nice little train or these cubicle boxes in France and you play with other people. You find out how good you really are. And it's the same thing with a lot of Brazilians, except for some reason Brazilians never pick up injuries, but it's a similar situation. You're playing in a very different environment to some of these kids. Like Kimmich and Goretzka and Serge Gnabry, they knew each other right from a young age. How crazy is that? They knew each other. So these players have all pretty much since youth, since like 8 years old, just developed. I was seeing all these videos of Kai Havertz when he was like 10. And I'm like, how did you know he would be a baller? But with Coman and all these French players, it's like football is their only thing. They take Coman, we take Asensio. Well, Asensio is another one that's injury prone. He's picked up a whole injury this season, and he keeps picking them up. Who's faster, Coman or Davies? I mean, yeah, that's the thing with Kingsley Coman. Actually, let me talk about his worth. If we were to sell Coman, he would have to go for around 45 million, in my opinion. He's 23 years old right now. That's kind of crazy, but 23 is... Nah, come on. Coman joined in 2016, right? And since then, I don't feel like he hasn't hit any... No, I get it. I get it. When people are saying, I don't know what Coman's about, I don't know what he does, I get it. He's a very good dribbler. Like, he can actually... The guy is just saucy. Like, he can... If you were to put him up against a great defensive player, he would sauce them up. He can cut, like his agility is a bit insane. He can do these little turns and just get past the player so easily. But his problem is end product. That extra killer instinct and mentality in front of goal. He does not have it. That means that whenever he can make 3 dribbles and get past 3 players, he'll go to a situation where he needs to make a good cross to get a goal or to get something off his dribbling and all the work he's done. He doesn't ever do it, and that's the issue, isn't it? That's what frustrates me so much about him. And then not only that, he does this while also picking up a lot of injuries simultaneously. So it's a bit annoying. It's a bit irritating. But for me, what I enjoy about Coman is just he actually kind of works hard. He actually kind of works hard. Last season under Nico Kovac, I think was probably his most consistent and persistent season in terms of not getting injured and getting through all the problems. He actually managed to stay fit on quite a few games in a row. I know we shouldn't be celebrating players staying fit, but for him it's something new. The final ball is look at the game versus Dortmund. He got in a very good crossing situation a few times, like at least 4 times. One of them was where Serge Gnabry had a goal line clearance against him for a peace check. So that was the one time. But the other 3 crosses that he put in, I wanted to freaking throw my eyes out. He'd get in a good position instead of if you watch the watch along, I was like, dude, just put it in right here. This is the space. And then he whacks it. And I lost my mind because that's what he does, Coman. He just whacks across it. And it's like he doesn't think when he's attacking. And a lot of these problems happen. These players weren't trained as young kids to be professional like that. I was reading that Lewandowski's parents were taking him 2 hours every day or something, every other day to go train. And look at the player he is now. I don't think Coman ever had that. He never got told to look up every once in a while. I've had this problem myself. He will get benched by Asensio. No, come on. He's already benched. The thing is with our wingers right now is they have the potential, right? Serge Gnabry it's older than Coman. I can't believe that. I always thought Serge was younger or the same age. Well, he's older. Serge Gnabry's problem, and it's with both our wingers right now. Serge's problem is he's always gonna play well when he plays. Actually, no, that's he hasn't been playing well for the last 3 games. But what I'm trying to say is he'll always give you something. He'll always show you, oh, I can do this. But the thing is with Serge, it's responsibility. I don't know what this break did to him, but he doesn't look like himself. Hopefully that changes because we're playing Düsseldorf, and the next 2 games after Düsseldorf this weekend it's going to be Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach back to back. It's gonna be those 2 games. So we need these players to get in form. So with that being said, though, what I'm thinking about is Serge Gnabry maybe scores this weekend and then we get him in form. But the thing is with Serge, he'll play well, right? And then he'll maybe pick up a knock. He'll come back, get off 30 minutes off the bench, score a goal to make it 3-0. And then he'll do it again. And then if it's a big, important game, he'll score 2 goals like he did against Chelsea, 4 like he did against Tottenham. Him, Kimmich are big game players. Are probably our most important players in big games. Think about it. Kimmich scored versus Tottenham and Serge went on to score 4 goals. Lewandowski is going to always get crowded out in these big games, but that's the thing with Serge Gnabry. But with Coman, on the other hand, he plays crap and he gets injured. That's the most irritating part of it. Serge Gnabry and Coman pick up almost the same amount of injuries and same amount of knocks, right? A game, you're gone. It's annoying, it's irritating. I finally can relax and go, oh yeah, we're happening. We're getting a little bit of form with Gnabry, with Coman going, and then he's holding his ankle the next few minutes. It's irritating. I was watching the Chelsea game and I was that's when I didn't do the watch. That's why I didn't do the match reaction for the Chelsea game. Because everyone remembers that has been watching this channel. I had a thing with a business club that I'm in for my school. It was we went to a really freaking expensive hotel. We had everything was cool as hell. We were wearing suits. It was a very professional conference. That's what we went to, right? For around February time. February feels like a while ago, but it was only 3 months ago. But that is a while ago. I went there and I was watching the game live in a hall where we were having dinner, and that's when I was watching the game. I was watching the game, and Coman got injured. You remember the injury he got? Well, no, that wasn't that. No, that was. Well, who got injured? I don't know. I have Kingsley very close to my heart, one of my favorite players, but his injuries effed him. This season, he's so unproductive. Well, let's go back to the unproductive part of that. He has 5 goals and 6 assists in 27 matches. If that's good enough, I don't know. But to be honest with you, I'm so confused What is he, an assist type player? Is he a goal scorer? He just needs a mentality to. Lewandowski, someone was saying this, and it was like how Lewandowski takes care of himself. It's like he's so professional. I think Pep Guardiola was the one saying it. How he always stays fit. He was talking about how Lewandowski is so professional. He takes care of his every little aspect, every detail. He makes sure his recovery is perfect. And you might question: is Gnabry doing that? Is Kingsley Coman doing that? I don't know. It's a big problem. Ousmane Dembele is worse than Kingsley Coman. Apparently, Barcelona are willing to let him go for 40 million. How crazy is that for a player of Ousmane Dembele's quality? You always wonder, like, how will these players come back? I don't want it to be a situation where in the future, 5 years from now, where have they been or where have they gone? What happened? Whatever happened to Kingsley Coman? People are going to look back and go, oh, he got a lot of injuries and that's why. I don't know. So leave a like on the video, man. Leave a like on the video. But I would personally sell Coman if that meant we got Ferran Torres. I would. Coman's not that. He's not, for me, he's not like one of my favorite players of all time. Barca also got Dembele for 130 million, and they lowered his asking price to 37. Exactly. That's so crazy to me. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said if we go to Barcelona and say, hey, Coutinho is a player you don't want, we'll give you 40 million for him. I'm taking Coutinho for 40 million. I don't give a crap what anyone says. 40 million for Coutinho. Not only is he a brand type player, if you watch the Bayern official 13 million loss, no way. Yes way, because that's where the economic conditioning in the world is. La Liga is scheduled to start on the 12th and the Premier League on the 17th, I think. I can't wait. I love how it's going to be the Bundesliga will end and then these other leagues return. I like that. I don't have anything against any other league returning. Of course, I love the attention on Bayern and the Bundesliga in general, but I can't wait for the Premier League. I can't wait for Serie A. Oh, I don't watch Serie A. I watch the Premier League a lot too, so I can't wait. 93. Think about this economic situation. Barcelona have lost a lot of money, right? So not only is Dembele constantly and consistently injured season in, season out. He plays like what, 10% of the freaking games, right? Getting injured every other week or so. That's what it is at this point. Not only is he getting injuries, right? He hasn't improved his value by doing something extraordinary. So that automatically is like he's now half his value because he hasn't done anything for Barcelona for 2 years. And then get past that. Look at the economic situation in the world. Barcelona are in debt and they've lost money and they also want to. So you're gonna see it. The prices are gonna go down. Barcelona demanding 37 million for him. If a smart club that genuinely believes that Dembele can become something buys Dembele, if I'm Dortmund, I would low-key get Dembele back. Imagine profiting, using the profits you made from Dembele and buying him, and in a few years he becomes so good and so consistent. I don't know. I would definitely look at it, like, because Dembele is a better player than Sancho is. He is, because the guy actually has a brain, and that's the difference between him and Coman. But you look at it, it's like I would sell Coman, but there's a genuine part of our fan base that's like, nah, why would you sell him? But I'm just so tired of injury-prone players in general, because I feel like it's so psychological. Like I've given the story of how I almost got injured, and I pretty much mentally, it kills you mentally. Well, I was out for 4 days, but it really annoys you. It's not even like you're just frustrated with the fact that you can't use your body, man. I like using my body, so it might be something to do with that. Do you want Lucas to start Saturday against Düsseldorf? Why would I want Lucas Hernandez to start against Düsseldorf? See, he hasn't earned it though. That's the thing. Alaba has been superb. Boateng is slowly kind of regaining that extra edge, and I'm not really keen on the idea of starting 3 left-footed players in our team. I'm not a fan of that. So I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. Serie A bores the crap out of me. I can't wait for the Premier League back because I enjoyed watching the Premier League, even though I know it's overrated. It is, but I enjoy watching it. So if anything, if I say it's overrated, it is because it's not as good as people make it out to be. But it's always nice watching Arsenal play Chelsea because that's just everyone's watching that. Everyone cares about that. So I can't wait for the Premier League back. I can't wait for Man United to play Tottenham in the first freaking match day. That's gonna be insane. So. Yeah, when you're looking at it though, I would sell Coman. I watch every top 5 league except for Ligue 1. Yeah, I've never sat down and watched a Ligue 1 game, like from 0 to 90 minutes, because I just don't care. It's not interesting to me. But after the restart, he looks like he lost his acceleration. Yeah, what happened to that? Coman lost his speed. He lost his drive. He lost that thing. I don't know. He has not made... He hasn't had a Coman speed moment. I don't know. Yeah, it was always his key ability, and without acceleration, he's an average player with his final choices. Exactly. Premier League is back on June 17th. Okay, so I was right. June 17th. I can't wait. When is that actually? Is that on a Saturday? But June 17th is on a Wednesday. Okay, so Spurs playing Man United on a Wednesday. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait for... I'm just ready. I'm tired of waiting. Because what happens when Premier League and La Liga returns? That means the Champions League follows. So it's so nice to have a date where it's not like June 30th, the Premier League returns, or July, it's June. June's so close. We have 4 days, or 3 days actually, till this month ends, which is so freaking crazy. But I can't wait for it. I can't wait for these leagues to get back playing, because that means the Champions League is back too. And we play Chelsea. Remember, we'll be playing Chelsea at the Allianz Arena. No matter what anyone wants to say, it's going to be a very big game. And guess what? We're already 3-0 up, on away goals. I don't think they're going to do the single tournament thing, by the way. It's not going to happen. I don't see UEFA doing that single tournament thing. What do you think of our board? Our board has been freaking complacent over the last few years, but I can see a little bit of grit get into that. I can see that they look at it and they go, hey, maybe we should have done this and that. And now they're that's why I think they gave Hansi Flick the veto on transfers, because they're like, oh yeah, we'll give you this. I'd swap. You know what? No, if we can swap Coman for Ferran Torres, because Ferran Torres actually looks like a real baller. And I don't get it, man. How did we end up signing Coman? But man, I really, honestly, I can't wait for the Premier League back. But like I was saying with the Champions League, is I don't think they'll do the. I think it'll be away home. I don't see the no venues thing happening, neutral venues, and I don't. That's not UEFA like. UEFA are business, right? They want to make as much money as possible. What would you rather have? 2 matches, Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid, or 1 match, Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid, in an empty... Nah, you want some action. And we've seen with Der Klassiker that you can definitely generate, crowd sounds. And that was a frick... I wasn't listening to the sound, but it's crazy that you can do that. So, yeah, definitely. I would... Kroos said he'll retire after his contract runs out in 2 years. Tony Kroos looks to me like he could be a genuine coach. I don't know. Swap him and bring Kroos back. Nah, that's not happening. Tony Kroos is dead. He's a dead baller. We should buy Luis Felipe instead of Upamecano, because Felipe is way better defense. What are you saying, my man? Who's Luis Felipe? And also, Upamecano is one of the best 1v1 defenders in the world. Come on, man. Don't say that. Upamecano is a beast. Let's just keep it at that. But for me, I'd definitely look into the center back position. You know what? It's so annoying to me that... See, this is what I mean. Hansi Flick wants these players that we're linked to. It's not a coincidence that we signed Hansi Flick as a permanent coach, and all of a sudden, Bayern Munich get very close to Sergino Dest. Bayern Munich get very close to Upamecano. Bayern Munich pretty much confirmed to get Havertz. So, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's a genuine thing that's going on. What? Has Thiago renewed his contract? No, Neuer and Müller have, but Thiago and Alaba are still left. So, apparently they are working on Alaba and Thiago's contracts. I think Thiago's contract is probably done, because I haven't heard much about it since for like 2 weeks now. So I think it's pretty much complete. And I think the next contracts will obviously be, who's the next contract? Alaba. Alaba's going to probably sign a new contract till 2024 apparently, which I'm actually content with because he's going to be 32. So, I mean, usually what happens is they sign a new contract and then a year before their contract expires, they sign another contract. So it's not like they run out to the last. That's what Bayern do. We're not on this train of letting players run down their contracts to the last month so we can save money. We don't do that. We're a very freaking moral club. He's not even close to Upamecano, exactly. Alaba will stay 100%. He will stay, and that's exactly what we need. But you know what? There has been talk that Bayern Munich are interested in Adama Traore. We're not signing Adama Traore unless we just decide, hey, we don't want Perisic here. And look, think about it. Coutinho has the majority of games he's featured in for us. He's been a winger, inside forward, that's what we'll call it, but winger, right? He's played on that left-hand side. And you let Perisic go as well. See, that's what my point is. It's like 2 wingers gone. So you might want to buy more than one because Sané would have been bought anyways. If we had Sané, Perisic, Coutinho, that's a normal thing. You would have Sané anyways, right? But when Sané only comes in to replace 2 players essentially, James Rodriguez left, so Sané comes in. I think we could look at buying 2 wingers. We need wingers. You're right. I'm tired of using Muller on the right, but he's better than what we have on the right-hand side. That's so annoying to say because, look, I don't like having Thomas Muller on the right. Him and Lewandowski have worked so well over the last few years because they play off each other. Muller's running in, creates space. Lewandowski utilizes the space. They have a very good, perfect understanding. Sometimes Lewandowski leaves the ball, Muller scores it, or sometimes Lewandowski drops and Muller uses the space and gets across. So we need that connection again, and Muller on the right just doesn't work. In my opinion, we shouldn't buy Traore. We have too much pace, which can become too much. What? I've never heard anyone say you can have too much pace. No, the pace literally means you're unpredictable. It depends on the players with the pace. For example, Sané is a flamboyant player. You couldn't say he's predictable. Has been forwarded. I want to watch the EPL. What are you talking about? Even though, yes, it's overrated. It's also extremely fun. I'd like to watch Man United play Tottenham. I enjoyed those times. I'd like to watch Liverpool play City. Have they played City again? I'd like to watch these games. So yeah, I'm not. Chase Cartel League. We don't need center back. Gila Hernandez. We can't bench any of them. Well, you can bench any of them. They'll be sitting on a hospital bench, because Sheila, we don't know if he's just gonna come back. And see, that's the thing. You can have players pick up an injury, and who would have thought that 2 years after he'd pick up the same injury, and we'd be stuck with having to use Boateng and Javi Martinez, who Javi himself got injured. If you let Boateng and Javi Martinez go, in my opinion, you have to buy another center back, because then that literally means that. And people keep saying, "Oh, Pavard is there." Pavard is a right back. You can't tell me a right back that starts for us is going to be covered for a center back, because we don't have any other right backs. Kimmich isn't going back to right back. He don't give a crap about that position. Kimmich just says no to that position. So Kimmich's not going back to right back. So for me, it's like, stop saying Pavard's going to just move to the center unless we got Sergino Dest. But I don't even think Sergino Dest would be starting over Pavard right away. Sergino Dest would have to work his way into the team. Odriozola hasn't worked his way into it. You'll see. We'll all see. But for me, I don't see it. I don't see that. I don't see a situation where that happens. Traore has become better. Traore is predictable. No, he's not. He's very creative as a player. Puts in very good crosses. His end product, which I hope happens with Coman. You know what? Kingsley Coman should just get an extra 5-2. He's already quick, so he might as well just fast. He might as well just get some more muscles, because he's the same height as Adama Traore. Dude, just pick up some muscles. Start lifting weights, because he looks a bit tight. Maybe that will help. So if he was to injure his hamstring, there's 20 more pounds of hamstring to injure, and I don't know, muscle is very good. I think if you had more muscle, you'd probably get injured easier because there's way more mass to get hit. I don't know. Is that true? Can anyone confirm that? If you had more muscles, do you think you'd get injured easier, or it would be harder to get injured? Which is, Goretzka has done well. This guy looks huge. Come on, he used to be my body size, slim but not extremely skinny. Get a little bit of muscles here and there, but those are what I call push-up muscles. They're cupcake muscles, right? There's cake and then there's cupcake muscles. Goretzka and I had that in common. Now my son, Leonardo da Vinci Goretzka, is just the biggest man on earth. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. James is better than Coutinho. Coutinho was a bit more consistent in my opinion. Well, that's because James Rodriguez was starting essentially every single game. Let's be honest. James got more game time than Coutinho has last season. Yeah, Coutinho, I don't know. Iowa could be a fantastic replacement to Thiago. That's if we had a powerful CDM, which I'm hoping Adrian Fine can become. So we could have a Thiago, if Thiago was to just... why would... to be fair, Lyon are poor, so they might sell him. And that's where I don't understand why Bayern isn't capitalizing on this. I hope we do, though. This is the perfect opportunity for us to bully clubs we normally wouldn't be able to bully. I guarantee you Real Madrid would let Valverde go at the right price. That kid. They would. I guarantee you there's clubs that you would normally never get players from, like Man City. You would never, even if Sané was injured for 2 years straight, and if the world was normal and there was never any COVID, you would never be able to get Leroy Sané for the price that we are linked to getting him at. So it's just one of those things where I think we could bully some clubs financially. Come on, look at Barcelona. They're demanding 37 million for Dembele. Ousmane Dembele, who they paid 130 million for. That's where it's at right now, right? And you look at these clubs, even Dortmund are low-cutting players. I think there is so much of an opportunity to bully some clubs. One, I would actually sell Coman if we sign Adama or Sané. I would. If we were... No, I wouldn't sell him over because he gets injured. I'd just sell him because we got other players. I don't know. If we got Adama Traore and Leroy Sané, that would be sick. But I don't think we will. Van de Beek has been playing CDM and he's been playing well. Well, we don't need a CDM. We have too many of those, actually. We have one coming from the youth academy. Donny Van de Beek, for me, is a good player, but we don't need him. We don't. And if he'd been playing extremely well, Ajax would not be in the position they are right now. And I don't know what you mean, because I'm looking at who scored. Attacking midfielder, right? He's played central midfield. But he's an attacking midfielder who scores goals and gets assists. Van de Beek is a good player for me, but we don't need that type of player. We don't need the attacking midfield. We're going to get Kai Havertz. We keep thinking about it. Kai Havertz will come next summer. A lot of clubs are like, oh, Arsenal fans are like, this is the guy. I'm like, where are you getting this money from? You're not rich. Relax. Chelsea fans are like, he's coming to us. And I'm like, why would he choose Chelsea over Bayern? And then Real Madrid fans are like, he's coming. I'm like, we don't need him. You don't even want to use a number 10, right? So Kai Havertz is definitely... And then Liverpool fans are like, he's coming. And I'm like, where is he coming to? Where is he going to fit in? It's very confusing to me. Unless Liverpool moved to a 4-2-3-1, which just wouldn't work. So a Liverpool fan was telling me this. It just doesn't make any sense. Because Liverpool are so good because of that dynamic midfield three. That's what they're known for. That 4-3-3. That powerful midfield. But I don't know. Kai Havertz is gonna join Bayern next year, right? Imagine Havertz or rigid. Ziyech is already at Chelsea. So how come some Chelsea fans were like, well, Havertz can play on the right? And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Kai has shown that he can play up top, and he will join Bayern next year. I'm pretty confident in that, because this is what happens. It happens with Goretzka, right? All these English clubs are like, oh, he's joining us, and then Goretzka just signs for us, right? That's what happens. These clubs are like, oh, he's on a free contract. You know, remember, Man United fans were like, "Oh, let's sign him, let's sign him." Liverpool fans, let's sign him. But he chose the club that was best for the course of his career. If you want to get in the German national team, this isn't just for you have to be. You have to almost play in Germany because it's a culture thing. It's a thing of homeland, right? Spanish players. Have you noticed the majority of the Spanish national team actually plays in Spain? It's kind of ridiculous, all right? Even England players, they all play in the Premier League. Serie A players, there's players that you'd be like, oh, can start, but they all almost every single player is in their country. Unless you're Poland, then you can have players all over the place because you don't have a good league. Scary thing is, Havertz could be here to Lewandowski. No, he's not. He's not a striker. He's a false nine. He plays like a midfielder when he plays striker. He did very well. Leverkusen don't even have a striker right now. Someone occupying that striker zone. If Havertz comes, he will become the new Thomas Muller because he has great skill and play in the same positions. Yeah, exactly. They're very smart. Both of them extremely intelligent players. Havertz, he already has a very deep understanding of the game at 20 years old. So 20 years of age. I'm thinking about it as well. He also has an eye for goal. Muller scores goals too. He has a better touch than Thomas Muller. Thomas Muller's touch is crazy to me. I didn't realize this much until recently. But Muller has a very terrible first touch. It's not terrible like Lukaku. It just like he'll touch the ball and it's 10 feet up in the air and he makes it harder for Lewandowski's first touch is different. What do you think about what happened to George? Wow, just gonna say my name, George Floyd in Minneapolis. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's terrible. It's really bad. It's a definite stain to society, but you know, it's also election time, and anyone that gets killed by the police that's black or any other race other than white is gonna definitely get it. I mean, ironically enough, the majority of people that get killed by the police are white, so I don't hear any of them. So for me, it's like it's election time. Someone needs to get votes. I've had my opinions on Havertz having a place in the team, but after watching Goretzka next to Kimmich, I have hopes. You can have Kimmich, Goretzka, Thiago as well. Havertz can play anywhere, like we said. He can even play striker. He can play on the right-hand side, left-hand side, whatever it is. But I think he's going to be a number 10. We're definitely going to stick with this 4-2-3-1. I don't see how Hansi Flick changes it. You know how we press? We don't really press. We press with a 4-2-3-1. I mean, when we played a 4-3-3, it actually succeeded. There was so many sources coming out. And last season, remember when Niko Kovac tried to play a 4-3-3 with Thiago, Goretzka? It was very rigid, right? We've tried playing a 4-3-3, but under Niko Kovac, it was almost like we didn't know how to position, or the players didn't know what to do. So I think it's improved. I think with Hansi Flick, we actually have a different way of playing a 4-3-3. We'll play a 4-3-3. I genuinely feel it. It might not be the same type of 4-3-3 like your CDM. It's probably going to be a 4-3-3, but Thiago and Kimmich will be more reserved, and Goretzka is going to be the pressing number 8, if you call it, where he is a box-to-box, but he tracks all the way to, like a CDM, but different. This is the 200th video today, so yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? 200th video. I didn't even realize that. I just read it on here. Today is the 200th video, and it's been an amazing run. By the way, let's get to 510 subscribers. So, like I keep saying, share the videos, and remember the giveaway videos coming out. It won't be long, probably like 2 minutes, right? It will ask you to do one thing, and that's it. You do that, and then tomorrow's stream, this one, will pick the winner, and it will be a whole thing. Like, it won't be like it will be a special actually. There was no Gegen pressing with Kovac and Pep. Oh, Pep did the ball rushing. Gegen pressing, people think seems to be just pressing like that. Rushing the man with the ball isn't really pressing. It's just closing down. It's just counter pressing. But Gegen pressing is like, it's just annoying. The way Liverpool press, they don't just bombard on one player. It's like Firmino, goes to the goalkeeper or cuts a passing lane to the CDM. The Liverpool midfielders go to the centre backs, right? And then Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson are ready to pump and freaking get on the wing backs. And then Van Dijk and Fabinho's on the striker, right, of the opposition. And then Van Dijk and Lovren or whoever is the centre back next to Van Dijk, they're on the wingers. Freaking A. It's so hard to, and sometimes the striker's by himself because they have an attacking midfielder and it's a one-man striker. So Van Dijk and another centre back are right next to him. So Liverpool it's like their entire team it's like Mane runs, this player runs. It's so synchronized. That's why I love Liverpool's press. It's more reliant on anticipation. Yeah, Pep Guardiola's press is just, hey, if you lose the ball, just run to the ball, to the person with the ball, close them down. It works at times. But you've noticed with Bayern, remember the Saul Niguez goal? It was a very, oh, come on, Jack. Why do you spam so much? I was too good. Oh my goodness. If Bayern doesn't sign Dest, who would be better, Reece James or Nelson Semedo? Well, it doesn't. We haven't heard much about transfers in the last few days, man. What's going on? Someone make up a story or something. I think, honestly, I have a feeling Bayern are very good at. Thiago's coming back as well. I have a feeling Bayern are very good at actually using the media to keep the interest of the club high. Look at the way, not that we go and get media to talk about it. No, we just do it very well. Like, we'll just say one thing, like we're going to do transfers, and it ends up being Coutinho and Perisic on a loan. Bayern are very good at it, right? We're a business. Bayern's just a very well-run business and the club at the same time. I would take Iowa. I think I've said that and I've answered it. You don't need to spam the same comment, man. Have you earned any penny? No. No. No pennies. I do this for fun because it's interesting to me. I have other things to make money from. I have a whole. I have a contracted thing with a marketing company, which I do work for them. So it's like this. Not like this, but I do some marketing for them. I sit in front of this chair, the same chair, and I make videos for their clients, analyzing their websites and how they can improve their marketing efforts. So it's a marketing firm. That's how I make money. That's how I make money. Transfer window. I would get Sane. I would get Upamecano, Kai Havertz, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what? I was reading something that came out last year, or in 2018, I think, that Cristiano Ronaldo. I think we would have probably signed Cristiano Ronaldo over Juventus if we wanted, because we're a bigger club than Juventus. We're historic. We're actually competitive. If we wanted to, we would have signed Cristiano Ronaldo. I genuinely feel like that. Think about it. Cristiano Ronaldo, though, is a real baller. Like, oh my God. Imagine you sign Ronaldo. Oh, Bayern Munich would automatically get an extra 40 million followers on Instagram. And I mean it. If we go to Juventus now and offer them 60 million for Ronaldo, come on. Look, I know it sounds extravagant, but look, I'm going to look at Cristiano's Instagram account right now. 221 million, right? Juventus. Let me look at Juventus's Instagram page. 40 million followers, right? We've done this. Imagine we get a rumor say that told Adriozola to convince Davies to sign. No. Imagine Bayern. Nah, come on. That's Real Madrid with Davies. No. See, this is the thing. Real Madrid don't want to piss off Bayern, because if they want to go to a financial war with Bayern, we'll kill them at it. Because imagine, we will kill Real Madrid at a financial war because we're a better run club. Real Madrid would not want to go to a war with Bayern. Bayern wouldn't sell. We don't like selling to Real Madrid. We don't. Even Toni Kroos, like years after, they're still bitters. We still didn't want to. Bayern don't sell to big rivals that compete with them in the Champions League. The same way we don't sell to Dortmund. Have you noticed? Dortmund sell to us, and they're open to it, but we don't sell to Dortmund. But even a washed-up Ronaldo would get us 50 mil plus per year. No, not just 50 million. Do you know how many people became Juventus fans? Die-hard Juventus fans. Die-hard. Just because Ronaldo signed. Dybala became instantly more relevant. Like, people started caring about Juve a little bit. And Juventus, if Ronaldo scores one goal, Bayern, one highlight, it would popularize the Bundesliga. People would only watch that. Like, seriously, there's genuine... Oh, Ronaldo has such a cult following. Him and Messi... Well, Messi's different, because Messi's just Messi. He don't give a... He's not leaving Barcelona. Messi's just like, I'm going to just be here. I don't care about the grid. Ronaldo's... He's going to come out in press conference and be like, Robert Lewandowski is the best striker of all time. Huh? You say it. Ronaldo will say this. Mbappe to Bayern. Look, man. I think if PSG... if Mbappe wants... You know what? It's Ligue 1 to Bundesliga is such a big step up. I think Mbappe, if we won the Champions League, which is why I'm so we could definitely tell Ronaldo, hey, come over here, and he'd want to join. Because he's like, I want to win the Champions League again. I want to prove Messi wrong. I want to win a Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo, imagine this. Lewandowski said Ronaldo and Ramos. Cristiano Ronaldo, Sergio Ramos, Real Madrid's most important players over the last few years, came to it. Real Madrid's captain came to him and said, you should join Real Madrid. Lewandowski was like, nah. Like, that's what Lev was on. Like, he was like, nah, I'm not leaving. But imagine Lewandowski, Ronaldo. Like, you just have two workhorses, and you'll win like automatically 3 Champions Leagues by just having those two. Just having brand. Just having that Ronaldo, Lewandowski. You know what, man? I'm not really like Cristiano Ronaldo's biggest fan. I think Messi's the GOAT, but he's a freaking exceptional talent. Ronaldo is a baller, man. It's not even just because he's just that good. He just has this ability to keep going. It just, come on. We need these two players to come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, Bayern, yeah, I'm not leaving. Thanks, Lewa. But here's the thing: if we loved, money a lot, we would sign Ronaldo. But Bayern obviously are thinking about the future. But then again, we'd sign Paris. Look, come on. If Ronaldo's wages would be extremely high too. The guy would be getting paid like $350K a week, which is more than any player. Juventus isn't going about UCL, so I don't know. Isn't going that well. Yeah, Juve is not. I don't know if I said anything about that. If PSG gets caught up, yeah, Juventus are not doing well. No one did watch Serie A before CR7, exactly. But now all of a sudden, people care. Thoughts on Anthony Martial? Oh, cold, ice cold. Martial's a baller. I don't give a crap. I'd love. The thing is, he gets injured though too much. Tony gets injured way too much. But he's an ice cold baller, man. Jeez, Martial, don't criticize me because I like Martial and I like Pogba. You know what? Man United's team, there's a lot of players that I like. Pogba is one of my favorite players in the world. I only watch United sometimes to watch Pogba. If Pogba's not playing, I don't know who United are. But I actually watch Man United games because I want to see Pogba play. Because Pogba for me is like that Messi. And people at my school call me Pogba. Imagine that. And I watched Pogba at the World Cup. I wasn't rooting for France. I wanted Germany to win, but it didn't happen. So I wanted Argentina to win. It didn't happen. So I was like, I'm just going to get on this France will win bandwagon. And they did win. I didn't care. World Cup is boring to me sometimes when the U.S. isn't in it. Because if the U.S. was in the World Cup, we're the greatest team of all time. Well, I do know about that. I mean, I've watched clips. Zidane for me is good. He's good. Yeah, Pogba's too good. I'd love to have Pogba. Imagine Pogba would do the same thing Cristiano Ronaldo would do. He would bring so much brand recognition. We need more people to watch the Bundesliga, and it has quality. It does have quality, which is why imagine Cristiano Ronaldo playing Mainz. That would bring so much attention. I wouldn't mind. Come on, even Ronaldo going to Dortmund, that would be sick. No, but like seriously, think about it. Bayern's a bigger club than Juventus is historically, and over the last few years, we're still bigger than them. We consistently, as much as I hate it to say, get in the semifinals of the Champions League. All right, we do, and we have some of the best players in the world. Oh, imagine Pogba giving passes to Davies, Sane, and Gnabry. Oh my God! Instead of Rashford, and actually, United do have a very good attack, just a terrible coach, don't they? Yeah. Solskjaer, that's crazy. I'm gonna watch. Oh, I can't wait to watch Pogba. Oh, Pogba. Oh, la pioche. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I tweeted this out this morning. And I said someone was telling me Keita was better than Pogba. I'm like, are you stupid or something? Because the only player in terms of talent and gifted overall game, Thiago can tackle, do everything, cover grass. This guy could be a lawnmower and a freaking clipper for lawns. That's how good he is. Quality in every department. And I said, you know what? The only two players that are this talented is Pogba and Thiago. Well, Thiago, more technical ability, but the way they pass is so similar, man. And Pogba's like 6'3". I'm 6 foot, and I find it very hard to do what he can do on the pitch. But I tried to emulate my play style around Thiago and Pogba in the CDM position, so you know how good I am. I'm just the best CDM in the world. But Pogba's a baller, man. I think, for me, Thiago is the greatest player I've ever watched in my lifetime of watching this game play. No, Pogba's better than Kimmich on his day. Let's be honest. In terms of just completeness, Kimmich. No, actually, but Kimmich. They have different skill sets, don't they? Kimmich is more of a composed, deep lying playmaker. He brings relaxation, whereas Pogba's power and dribbling and pressing. Do you never? Oh crap! Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, Messi, and then Thiago, then Pogba. In terms of ability on the ball, who's better? Adrian Fine, obviously, because he's actually doing it. I didn't know this. Hamburg are actually on the cusp. I thought they were in mid-table club. When did Hamburg get good? But Adrian Fine has actually helped them get to where they are, and I hope he does it here when he comes back from loan. He's gonna do it, man. Look at us helping other clubs, loaning out our best players. But Hamburg are actually a big club with 57,000 people in the stadium. So we'll see how they do, how they come back. But we'll see. I can't wait. How come they never call it? I can't wait. Bundesliga are gonna struggle for. Come on, man. Are you dumb or something? I want every league back, because that means the Champions League will be back too. Time to watch some real Premier League with your 105 errors, individual errors leading to goals, topping the charts for passes per defensive action. Freaking bum league. Premier League is overhyped. It is. It's overhyped. The timeline is off your league. Are you dumb? Did you just think no one watched the Bundesliga before you came? Oh, jeez. And a lot of people, these Chelsea fans, and actually, to be fair, every single Premier League club were like, oh, Havertz is overrated. Now they're negotiating Havertz's price on Twitter. It's very annoying to me. So, look, as we needed it. I like the attention. Iniesta's... Yeah, but Pogba's a baller. I'm a United fan, and our fans want to get rid of Pogba and Martial. English people love these. Yeah, that's the thing. British people love They love tackles. They celebrate. Yeah, tackle. That's why the England national team isn't going to be good at all. They love celebrating tackles. Yeah, McTominay tackle. Even though you can't do anything else. Yeah, tackle. But then we celebrate technical ability. Actual fans. If Ronaldinho played in the Premier League, he would have made it look like Beats has been on this channel for a long time. When did you man? I'm gonna Beats. You irritate the crap out of me. I'm from California and I watch it on TV. Watch the Bundesliga on TV. Okay. What's happening to the Scottish? The arguments have started. But I think, like I said, Pogba's a baller. I can't wait. Thiago got... Oh, I thought you were about to say Kovacic was all over Thiago and Kevin. But, Kimmich and Thiago, like ballers. You know what's crazy to me? The Premier League's best manager failed at the Bundesliga. The Premier League's best player was Kevin De Bruyne. Second best player is who's Premier League? Aubameyang's up there though. He's up there, right? Scoring and getting golden boots, better than Harry Kane at 30 years old. He's from the Bundesliga. Who else is from the Bundesliga that's tearing the Premier League? Sané from the Bundesliga. Who else is from the Bundesliga that's tearing the Premier? Klopp didn't fail in the Bundesliga. Well, he did, because after 2013 he couldn't get it up, even if he had the German engineered Viagra. He couldn't do that. So we're done. But it's been 50 minutes. So by the way, the giveaway is coming up. So watch out for that, and leave a like on the video. So the video will be coming out in 2 hours. It will be 2-minute video, right? Shortest video we'll ever make on this channel. But make sure you tune in for the giveaway video. I can't wait to it's gonna be only for Bayern fans. If you support Chelsea, if you're Beats, a known driller, you can't be included in the giveaway. I'm sorry. It's for Bayern fans, because I would be buying you something Bayern related. I'm vexed. No, I'm not vexed. You're vexed. Telling me freaking, shut up. Shut up. We'll get Cristiano Ronaldo, you'll see. Firmino, Kate. Oh yeah, Firmino, Liverpool's best attacker from the Bundesliga. Mane is actually from Austria, the Austrian Bundesliga. Keita as well. They paid 70 million for him. Have you ever been to the Allianz? Well, I was supposed to go this year, man. And David-19 decided to happen. I was supposed to go to Turkey, watching Bayern win the Champions League, but this happened, and now we'll go next year. Don't worry. If Bayern decide to have like a whole ceremony where they celebrate the trophies, then I would. That would be sick. What? Well, how is he winning? No. What? Okay, cool. Bundesliga underrated. It is. So by the way, thank you all so much for watching. Mia san Mia and peace.